What's going on, guys? I'm Degidio. We are back with another episode of the Jaxxon Sports Show. I'm sitting here with the greatest co-host of all time, Twitch, and we have two action sports legends. Okay, we got Hunter Lawrence coming off an injury with a huge third place win at his last event. Hunter, welcome back.
Thank you.
and we got our one and only Cole Houshmand, WSL surfer, who just made the cut and put on a clinic.
Yeah!
Thank you.
6'5", 280. That's some real size, huh, Loco? Walk around like a pile of salami. Twitch, it's good to have you back in here.
Yep.
A lot of action today here at the Jaxxon Media House.
Yeah, it's been going down today. It's been a packed house for sure.
I think we got to just jump right into this because there's an elephant in the room. I got two brand new 450s, okay? And I rode these things around the town, and it's obvious that I could be competing with the best of them.
So that's definitely a no.
But he just got two new 450s. Let's just...
True, yeah, there we go.
That was true.
Flip it at that.
That was true. Bear got two new bikes.
I need two because I break them easily.
Turning into a bike garage over here.
Yeah, it is.
I got a one-on-one Indian from Twitch built by him. And who else built that with you? Just
Carrie
you?
Hart?
Carrie Hart, yep. Oh, he did, yes. There's a Carrie Hart name plaque on it,
That's
actually.
pretty badass.
There's not a Carrie Hart name plaque on it. It just sounds good though.
No, there's one on the pipe. It says
Oh, it's
Carrie
his
Hart.
pipe.
Yeah. Oh, it is. All right, cool. And I just learned how to, I'm just making sure, I don't want to misspeak, you know? Because I drive these things like a maniac.
Yeah, that's accurate. That's true.
We ride them. You drive them.
Anything you give me, I can ride.
Bear's really good in first gear.
You know one thing that's funny, actually, which I think one thing you have most in common with an elite action sports athlete, my brother, for example, Jet, right? I'm almost convinced that he just throws his leg over the bike and places himself on the bike, and then God pulls the strings, right? That's how amazing he is. I feel like God was pulling the strings for you today, keeping you safe.
With letting the clutch out.
Yeah,
and
letting the clutch
getting
out.
hit by a car.
Didn't get hit by a car. So completely different
Yeah.
ends of the spectrum, but nonetheless, God was pulling the strings.
Same, but
Same as
different.
Jet Lawrence.
Yeah.
I ride like Jet Lawrence. That's the verdict.
You were on a Honda, so you're halfway there.
Hey, honestly, those bikes are insane. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Those things are very extremely fast. They're probably not normal. What is this,
No,
the
yeah.
actual
Oh,
bikes?
no, those are full race bikes. Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah, full race bikes, yeah.
Okay, so let's be honest here with the audience at home. For those that don't know, like, do they go to Burt's Mega Mall and just buy a 450 and then go race them, or are these
Yeah.
fully custom?
Bone stock. That's all you got to do.
The thing that's funny is a bone stock 450 is probably more than enough motorcycle any general consumer needs, or a guy that just wants to go have fun on a weekend. Like, you could kill yourself on that bike. Let's be clear.
Yeah.
They
go that fast.
They're so fast and so violent. Like, they're a beast.
You can get hurt really quick.
Yeah.
What do you ride?
Yamaha.
It's a 450? Mm-hmm. And you ride
Honda.
450?
Yeah, 450 as well.
And what do you ride? You know how to ride a bike?
I ride a surfboard. I don't ride bikes.
Yeah, honestly.
Actually, I want a bike, but you won't let me on it.
No, I
and
told
my
him
mom wouldn't let me have one in the house. So
Bear also drives a surfboard. Like, he drives a motorcycle.
surfboard.
I
really
gave him
easy.
a board to hang up in his wall, like signed it and everything, and the thing's on the ground. He's doing pop-ups on it.
He's down trying to hang the
Breaking
toes off
it
the
in
nose
half.
at the pier.
He gave me a signed surfboard from the event he won in Bells, right? He's a WSL champion. Well, he won a WSL event. And what's amazing about him, he brought it here, and I'm like, all right, cool. This is a great time for me to kind of demonstrate to people how to get up on a board, right?
You who never surfed a day in their life,
No,
are
I've
going to
surfed
teach people
multiple
how
times.
to do it.
I've been to Waikiki.
That doesn't count.
What?
What
Have
about
you
that time
been to
you
the
paddled at 20-foot YMA?
So I walked out. I walked out, and I walked right back in.
Yes.
Let's start off the break with this, Cole. You travel the world surfing some of the biggest waves in the world, and you're, no lie, 6'4", 6'5". You weigh at least, what, 220?
220, yeah.
Okay, how is that even possible?
I don't know. I feel like I'm definitely like the biggest guy on the tour now. Before it'd be like a couple tall guys, but they'd be like skinny. And now it's like I'm like 6'3", 220. So hit the gym with you and Cody and freaking training here every day. But I grew up like playing like every sport under the sun. I feel like that kind of translated into like my agility to be able to stay on my feet and stay light while I surf, because I walk around, I'm freaking taller than a lot of people.
Surfing's gnarly, dude. I surfed I grew up down in San Diego, so I surfed for like 3 months.
Yeah.
Loved it. Had so much fun. And I remember sitting out there one day and something hit me in my foot, and I like looked down and I couldn't see the water. I was like, fuck this. I paddled back in and never went out again.
Fuck, it's so gnarly. It's the scariest shit. I was just in Australia and we got chased in twice.
No way.
Like, not chasing literally, but like they have the boats with their radars out there,
Letting you
and
know
like
they're
the
sharks.
sonar, and like when they get like a beep on the radar, they'll call everyone in and be like, shark in the water.
So
like,
gnarly.
Yeah.
Thank God you guys have that though. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
well,
Like,
that's only during the event. When the event's not on it, you're out there on your own. Yeah,
it's so gnarly.
it's crazy.
My wife's always like, why couldn't you have been like a surfer or something so we could go to like all these dope islands and like chill on the beach? She's like, you had to pick motorcycles. Like, you take me to these dirty ass fields everywhere.
When you were coming up in the game, Twitch, I feel like these guys spend so much time on their nutrition and working out. This guy's in the Jaxxon house when he's home, like probably 2-3 days a week. Now he's always at the Santo Performance Studio. He does a lot of core, a lot of recovery work with our physical therapy and Dr. Cody. Was it the same on X Games growing up and action sports the way it is today?
The beginning, no. We would all go out and get wasted every single night. Like show up, get an IV to like function and like ride the contest, and we were still learning tricks. But then like I would say good, I don't know, like 5 years into it is like when we all started taking it really serious. Like we all got personal trainers. We all were like going to bed like early, sleeping, and like that's when like we all realized we could make really good money doing what we were doing. We're like, we ain't just some fucking sideshow, you know what I mean? Like let's take this serious. And I think for freestyle, I was like one of the first dudes that got a trainer because I was like, dude, I want to be in the best shape possible. Like if I'm hitting the ground, like I want to be able to take it because I can't miss the next week event. Like I got to be able to like bounce it back and be ready to go next weekend. So for me, I started taking it serious, and that's like when I started winning everything.
And I feel like it's the same concept. Like you built an amazing facility at your house now that you have your own track, you have your own gym. Very appreciative to let us be a part of it with Jaxxon and Santo Studio. But Hunter, it feels like you and your brother did the same thing. You guys bought like a 400-acre farm.
401. No,
Yeah.
no, yeah, it's awesome. We have kind of our own little bubble, you know, where we go from our house to our training facility. We have everything we need there to become successful. You know, you have all the tools, but we still have to do the hard work. So it's good. You're just kind of in a controlled environment. A lot of the public tracks here, a lot of guys have been injured just from guys learning how to ride or other riders, you know, just accidents happen and that stuff
bad.
is gnarly. You know, imagine like Honda from their standpoint, you know, they've got millions invested into these athletes and they get cleaned out by someone that's third day riding on
Or
the
a
same
kid on
track.
a 65, like, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
which is it's a bit of a bummer, but it's like, how do you can't just sit there and blame everyone else. You have to do something and like take it in your own control. So, you know, our facility, we have other guys there. It's just for professional guys that want to train, want to better themselves and really want to have a crack at it. And it's good. We got a good vibe, good aura there and good group of boys that all want to work hard. And it's just, you know, a bunch of positivity and iron sharpens iron.
how many tracks do you guys have there?
So we got the outdoor track, the motocross one, which is the biggest one. We have 2 supercross tracks, one East Coast dirt, more soft, more sand in the dirt. So it breaks down more like you see on the East Coast supercross. And then the top ones are red clay.
For like West Coast, dry out.
West Coast, dry, hard pack, supercross track. We have a go-kart track there that we don't utilize enough.
You guys don't use the go-kart track
We
at
don't
all?
utilize it enough. The carts that were there when we bought the place are shifter carts with 250 engines. And they're a little old and, you know, we'd work on them for an hour and a half, drive it for 10 minutes, the tires would be cooked, change the tires. Like those things are like gnarly. So
That track, I remember when Reedy built that
Yeah.
place, I was like, dude, that track looks sick.
It's
Whoever
sick.
gets this place is going to have so much fun.
yeah, like anytime people ask about it, we're like, yeah, we got a go-kart track. And they're like, oh, it's sick. You use it. And we're like, no, not really. It's been like
more
2
work
years.
than it is
yeah.
fun.
Yeah, like the guys run around it for a warm-up before
Oh, yeah.
riding.
That's
Like,
good. Hey, it gets use.
It still gets use, just not for what it was built for. But
I
we're like,
saw it for the first time in a video game. Little Jaden was showing me this weekend. He's like, look, they got a go-kart track in their backyard. I'm like, what are you playing? And it's like their house is in like a video game.
yeah, like the video games that our farm, like they scanned our farm and we were watching videos on YouTube on Sunday with Jay. And I'm like, hey, click on that video. Like I haven't actually seen it on the video game.
Yeah.
It was pretty,
That's pretty rad.
That's
It was
my
pretty
house.
sick.
That's my car. He's like, that's my wife walking my dog to the track. How do I like it's a Google image.
I feel like how you guys have the new parking lot over here, you guys should get Cole a wave pool. See, he
down.
needs a spot
Dude,
to
that'd
go. He
be-
needs a controlled
I
environment
need
to
a
practice all the time, dude.
perfect
You
wave.
bring up a perfect point. How do you even practice surfing since you go to the craziest beaches around the world, the craziest breaks? Like, how can you practice that or anticipate a wave? You can't practice.
You can't really, honestly. It's like that's like the one thing that with surfing that's different than every sport. It's like every day is different, every wave is different. Even the same spot in the ocean is different.
You don't know what you're getting on
You don't
until
know what
it's
you're
there.
getting. Like literally, you're acting like on a split second.
Yeah.
every wave.
You
could
see
go to-
waves rolling in, you're like, okay, I'm going to go to there.
Yeah, and like sure, like you kind of have an idea of what the waves are gonna do if you're gonna get barrel or doing air maybe or something. But like other than that, it's just like you're kind of just winging it. But it's just time in the ocean. Like everywhere we go
Yeah.
is like practice. You know.
You feel like training in a gym like helps like your hand-eye coordination, like to like spot shit like that and like be ready.
Yeah, it's more honestly, it's more just like mentally, like it helps when you're like strong and fit and
Yeah.
like it's more of a mental thing and also just injury prevention.
Yep.
Because like nowadays, the shit everyone's doing is like, it's not as gnarly as like racing a bike or anything, but
Dude,
like,
I feel like it's just as gnarly. Like you guys get slammed on the reef or like get taken down. Like
yeah,
go
even
under
like
for the
landing on
water.
your board on like water is like pretty much like landing on like concrete. Like not,
Yeah.
it's a more forgiving,
It's still
but like
hard,
you're
though.
landing on like
Still
a
solid,
foam,
like-
like
Yeah.
a glass block on top of water coming off like something as tall as a ceiling, you know?
Yeah, I'll see
So-
sometimes you're the gnarliest wave and you like look down. I'm like, dude, that's all reef right there. Like
Yeah.
you're going over right
No,
now. Like,
it's
that's
crazy.
gnarly.
So it's yeah, it's more just like, and then also in the contest you're like paddle battling, like you're surfing a wave for like 30 seconds, then getting off and paddling as hard as you can.
Yep.
Like hundreds of yards back out to the lineup. So but yeah, the training is crazy. The gym stuff's just like stay in shape, injury prevention, and kind of more like, you know, like when you look good, feel good,
Yeah.
like, you know, sort of mind game.
You're ready for it.
That's my game. Muscles for show, not muscles for go.
And look good, feel good.
I just do arms and I'll be fine.
Just so his
Yeah.
clothes fit good.
Yeah.
Arms and traps.
Walk around with your shirt off all day.
That's literally what I do here.
It's just for his Instagram photos.
I take a few selfies, send them Twitch's way. It's always good.
Few.
I have
Few
them on
selfies.
Cole, I know you got a big training session right now. You got Santo Studio Recovery over there. One thing I want to know before we let you go, first of all, thanks for hopping on this. I think was so cool. I constantly hammer this because I just find it so fascinating to myself that we got like the godfather of action sports and the pioneers of all these different categories. You have Rampage and MMA, Twitch and Moto, and you have guys like Sheckler and Skate. And then you have like the up and coming, you know, soon to be legends and rising superstars. You, your brother Jet Lawrence, you know, Houshmand. And it's so interesting how everybody now is like so connected and intermingled. I pride myself of this group chat, the Santo Studio Avengers. And it's just so
I never even know half the people that are on it. I'm just
Yeah.
always talking shit.
I do love you for that, Twitch. You're so authentic that it doesn't matter who I put you in a group chat with, you just pipe off. But I think it is amazing how now you have like the top surf guys supporting the top moto guys, supporting the top, you know, skaters. We saw Sheckler make a comeback this weekend after 5 years off, landing an amazing trick in Santa Monica for SLS. So it's an exciting moment for everybody at Jaxxon and Santo Studio. I know Cole's wearing some of the new pieces in every Nordstrom nationwide, 91 stores, and he has his brand new watch that's going to be coming
Thing's
out.
sick.
So Cole has a limited edition Jaxxon watch coming out. It's an actual dive watch. That thing's waterproof. It's amazing. It's got a rubber strap. And Cole, before you bounce, you want to talk to me about one of your like favorite beaches to travel to and why for WSL events?
I'd say, frick, I love it everywhere, but off the top of my head, probably Fiji. Cloudbreak is like my favorite wave in the world. And when you go there, you stay on this like heart-shaped island, you know, and there's nothing around. It's just the island and the best waves in the world.
So rad.
And yeah, they're like cooking like for you every day and surfing. So
Yeah.
that's like,
I fucked up. I should have
Yeah.
surfed.
Hey, I'm
it's
doing
honestly,
podcast,
it's the
getting-
best thing ever. Yeah.
That's so
God,
rad.
Sounds
But-
like out of a Moana movie or something.
Yeah,
Is that,
seriously.
So it's like
is that the same
manufactured
spot
and
that Robbie
beautiful.
Madison rode the wave?
That's Tahiti.
Oh, it is
Toku.
Tahiti.
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
That's a
He's
cra- that's a
that
crazy
guy.
idea.
You ever
Yeah.
surf that break?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we go there in like a month from now.
Oh,
And
dope.
That way is one of my favorite places too.
That's rad.
You're like going back in time when you go there. You stay on these like, you stay at people's houses, like the locals' houses on the
Yep.
beach there.
That's so rad.
And there's like the mode of transportation is like jet skis.
That's it.
You're not like you could take a car, but you can literally jet ski to the waves and like to the grocery store
That's
and
rad.
everywhere. You know, you're
That's
going
pretty
all
bitchin'.
around.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's pretty rad. But
That's cool.
that guy's out of his mind for doing that.
Dude, when he was telling me, I'm like, you're crazy. Like, you're no way. And I
He
was seeing him,
briefed you
I'm
on
like,
that video?
okay. Mata? Yeah, he was like, yeah, he's like, I want to ride a wave. I'm like, because he surfs. Like, he surf. Have you ever seen him
Yeah,
surf?
I was with him in Abu Dhabi at
Oh,
the
no
wave
way.
pool over there.
yeah, he loves surfing. Like, he surfs pretty good.
Hasn't he got something else cooking too?
Yeah, he has a big stunt
Like,
coming.
he's
Like, I don't
got
know if he's like
something-
trying to jump the Grand Canyon. Like, he won't. Like, me and Robbie are boys, but he won't even tell me what he's doing right now.
He
I'm
said,
like,
Yeah.
I don't know if he's allowed to say this, but he said he was like building the bike with wings on it.
yeah,
So
yeah.
he
He
could-
had to go get like his pilot's license,
Yeah,
like skydiving,
fly
like
it.
everything. Yeah, like
Jeez.
it's supposed to be pretty gnarly. It's coming up soon.
When is he done?
He's not. It's
He
Robbie
loves it.
Madison, dude. He ain't ever gonna stop. Like,
Oh
Yeah.
man, that
motherfucker's always thinking of
insane.
something else to do, which is
Yeah.
cool as hell. I love it.
Insane.
Cole, I appreciate you stopping
Thank
by the
you.
pod. I appreciate you being on. Obviously, congratulations on making the cut and being on the WSL. I'm sure a lot of relief now. You can kind of go out there and just be you.
Yeah, now I can enjoy it. Maybe party a few times before the enjoy myself. No, I'm stoked. So
And then before you go, they changed the WSL rules, right?
yeah. So now they used to have this mid-season cut where they cut like 12 of the guys off the tour.
Damn.
After like 5 events, and then next year. So they just had it this year. I made that cut, and then Next year they're getting rid of it, so you have a full year on the tour, back to like the Dream Tour old format. So
That's cool.
yeah.
Makes
So
you
now
feel
I have
easier.
another year and a half.
Once you're on, you can like, okay.
Yeah,
You
so
don't
now
have to
it's
be
like-
stressing, like, am I going to get clipped?
Yeah, like these first couple of years, you're like just stressing like make the cut.
Yeah.
Like it's your goal to be like top 5, but like it's hard to not like
You don't
wanna
want to
think
not
about
be invited
falling
to
off
the next
tour.
event. Yeah.
So
It's like not qualifying. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
you've been there before, like not
Yeah,
qualified, where you're like, what the hell just happened? Like,
yeah. It can be
It's-
completely out of your control.
Yeah.
And then you're like, all right, see you later, and go back to the hotel.
yeah, I'm out of here. I'll see you next weekend.
Going in and out.
so no more of that. But
Yeah.
yeah, we're good.
And then we'll see you the next WSLs in your hometown.
My backyard, Lower Trussels. Yeah, come down and watch.
Oh, we're gonna be there,
Oh, we'll be
Dave.
there full effect.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of people
Yeah,
there.
it'll be good. So
Okay.
show
if
up,
you need
blow up.
if you need something, you let us know. Thank you.
thank you,
Congratulations
guys.
on an amazing year so
Sweet.
far.
Thank
Love
you
Cool.
guys.
Yep.
I'll see you around. All right. Enjoy.
Hunter.
Same,
Later,
mate.
bud.
Hunter, we appreciate you sticking through. I know you just
good.
went through about 4 hours of chaos here.
It's good. It's always fun. We're obviously based out in Florida, so we don't get to get the full experience, as Bear always
When you're
says.
out here, you might as well take advantage of
Dude,
it.
it's good. I mean, we done our work this morning and stuff, so it's good.
What'd you guys do? You guys have to go on a cycle this morning?
Yeah, go for a mountain bike recovery ride. Just keep the body moving.
Yeah.
You know? We travel a lot and stuff, and the
You
more
do
we
like a
stop,
gnarly
like-
camp preseason?
Yeah.
So then like just maintain it throughout the year.
Yeah, like we were kind of out for the later stages of Supercross, so we had our foot on the gas quite a bit, and we'll keep our foot on the pedal for another 5 to 6 weeks, and then I think it's pretty good. You can kind of not cruise, but you kind of maintain. Just then it gets to the point of the season where the body really starts to feel the wear and tear of the traveling and the competing and everything. So it's time to, all right, how fresh can we get before the weekend, opposed to like keep building, you know?
First weekend back, Paula, after coming off an injury,
Yeah.
did you have any expectations? Like, did you know, like, all right, I'm going to go there and get a podium?
No, honestly, we were kind of struggling a lot with the bike and stuff, and didn't have the best expectations or anything like that. Just kind of like, all right, I'm gonna go and do what I can do, and result will be whatever I can be. You know, obviously not trying to do anything stupid, hurt yourself, and then make the year already tougher than what it needs to be. So worked out good.
It's crazy, like with the manufacturers, with like just the slight changes that they can make, like how much worse or how much better it can make a bike. Like I don't think people understand, like when they're like, oh, they're always doing this, they're always adjusting that. It's like the littlest things you guys notice, and it helps you so much. Where it's like you could have the worst setup and have a terrible day, or you can have the best setup and win.
Yeah, it's so like you see it with some of the best guys.
Yep.
Like some of the guys that just maybe have a bad day and they're not where you think they would be and stuff, but there's so much, like I'm already just in my head thinking about knowing what we've gone through testing wise and stuff, and I'm just like, it's insane. Like suspension, chassis wise, engine characteristics that can affect how the bike handles.
Yep.
Your cockpit, sometimes if you're more to the front of the motorcycle, it can affect that. You have a different setup for that. Like
Everyone has a different style
Everyone
too.
has a different style on top of that. So like the teams and where the modern motorcycle is now, it's insane. Like the stuff you can do on them is ridiculous. So it's
You can literally change
such a-
every part on the bike and like figure it out to like, but that's the hard thing. But like, I feel like a lot of people don't understand, like with how much testing you guys do coming into a season. And it's like this year coming in outdoors, you guys were both hurt. So it's not like you guys got to test on the brand new bike a bunch.
Yeah, like we did what we could. Obviously, we work extremely hard and put in some long days. But, dude, there's been times where you feel like you're in a great place. Testing's gone amazing. And then you get to Saturday and it just doesn't work out how you thought it would.
nope.
And you're just like, nothing like a bigger gut punch. You
Yeah,
know?
you're
And
like, what the
just
hell do we do now?
Shit, dude. Like everything was like right where we wanted. It felt good, everything. And it just doesn't go the way.
Yeah.
And that's just motorsports.
How was it riding public tracks this week out here? It's been a while since you've had to
Made
do
up,
that, huh?
still got both limbs attached and I'm healthy, all good. We survived it. So we're extremely grateful for that.
Yeah.
But it makes us appreciative of what we have in Florida.
For
that's
sure.
Like I couldn't imagine like showing up and like, all right, got to do my motos today. Like testing's different because you're just on and off the track a lot.
Yeah.
It's definitely easier for that. But like,
when
dude,
you're
if I'm trying to
working-
build, if I'm working, trying to build base fitness, trying to put in big volume,
It's hard. Like you guys come up on the average dude so quick. So it's like so much thinking like within
Yeah.
a split second of like,
Yeah.
where like normally you get the fast dudes out there, but they ain't coming up on dudes like you guys are when it's at a public track. Like I've seen so many like close calls or
Big
kids
time.
getting hit, or like the parent that wants to send their kid out there with Hunter Lawrence. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And you're like,
yeah.
dude, like I get it, but like it's not the time or place. You
Yeah,
know?
exactly. And it's tough because a multiple bunch of things. Like when we're coming up on a guy so fast, like we've already made our decision where we're going.
Mm-hmm.
And normally when the accident happens is the slower rider in front goes, I'm going to try and get out of the way.
Yes.
But our level of commitment is so high that there's almost no pulling out of it. So like now whenever we come up on guys here, we just slow down.
Yep.
Like, hey, just
Wait two
squeeze
corners instead of
past.
one.
Exactly. You know,
Yeah.
like we're not in a race. Like let's just get to the race safe, right?
Yeah.
And the other thing is these people keep our industry going.
Yeah.
So they're out there having they're stoked.
Yes.
Like,
When they
stoked.
see one of you
Like,
guys
they
come by them,
see-
they're pumped.
Exactly. Like they're out there riding with, this week was Factory Cowie, was Prado, Anderson, all the PC boys,
Yeah.
us, Shimoda, the other HRC guys, and some other dudes as well. Husky, AP, and Malcolm were there. Dude, the fan watching us on the weekends, like, bro, I'm going to ride with these
I'm gonna
dudes.
go
Like,
just get a
yeah.
quick video clip
Let me
of me.
just get a clip of me, like just two
Yeah,
corners.
that's rad.
So that's where, it's like, hey, you can't hate the game or you can't hate on it. And dude, you just take yourself out of that equation and dude, we're doing our thing here. We know, hey, we're on a public track today. Let's turn our brains on.
I ain't trying to win practice.
And just, dude, all good.
Yeah, that's
All
cool.
good.
I think that's cool for the fans to be able to get to do that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
to me, like it's also dangerous. But like you guys, like you're used to people when you come up on to them holding their lines. But like you said,
Yeah.
90% of the time, everyone's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I better get out of their way," and they go the wrong way.
Yeah, like at
So
our
that's-
farm, we tell in the guys we ride with, if we're coming up to pastures, like, hey, don't you move, you stay.
Just stay.
Hold your line.
Yep.
Because we'll work out a way around you. It's when you go, oh, I'm going to get out of the way, and you go, oh, I think he's here, I'm going to go to the left, thinking he's on the right.
Yep.
And one of us is already committed to a jump line or to a section on the left, and that's where the collision happens.
So gnarly.
Yeah. Yeah.
When we talk to a bunch of people in our Jaxxon podcast Discord, a lot of riders talk the differences between outdoor and indoor, their style, the mindset, the bikes, the setups, the tracks. What do you think for you is the biggest difference between indoor and outdoor?
The biggest difference, there's two huge factors. Obviously, the conditions and the tracks from Supercross to motocross and the bike setup. Obviously, duration is longer and stuff, but I think the track and the bike setup we have for Supercross is like so stiff. Unbelievable how stiff it is. You push on the seat and the bike doesn't even move. Where motocross, it's way more supple, more compliant. The duration in motocross, the conditions are way more treacherous, rough. I mean, I don't want to say motocross separates the men from the boys because so does Supercross.
Yeah.
Like Supercross is
It's just
I
a
think,
different separation.
It's a different thing. I think Supercross is more of a confidence dinger than motocross is. I feel like motocross have more space. You can open it up. You got way more room to move.
You can be a little more creative.
Yeah,
with
you
line
can get a little more
choices.
creative and stuff. But then there's Supercross tracks that you can get more creative. And,
Mm-hmm.
and there's some nights where you're just like, I feel like you've seen top guys have more off nights in Supercross and they've had off days in motocross.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Just because of what's at stake, the risk. If you make a little mistake in Supercross, the next obstacle is right there, or a corner. Like next thing you know,
Or a wall.
you're in a net or
Yeah.
a wall or the grandstand, like in the stadium seats. So yeah, those are my kind of two things. Obviously, you could go on for hours about the differences.
What do you prefer, motocross or supercross?
Dude, I don't know. I
Because you
love
guys
them
grew up
both.
only riding motocross,
Yeah,
right?
we grew up only riding motocross. I love Supercross a lot. I love what Supercross brings to the sport. I love the fact you can bring your family, CEO of a big company,
Not get dirty.
not get dirty. Outdoors is fit, I think, from a fan perspective, more for your diehard fan.
Yes.
You know, he don't mind. It's 95 degrees. He's sweating. The wife's miserable. The kids are like tired, but he's
Cooler
standing
full of
out.
beer, just
yeah, he's got
ready
a
to
cooler.
go.
He's standing under a tree. He's stoked, happy as a pig in mud.
Yeah.
But I love them both just as much, man. Like there's
That's
days,
cool.
there's days you both like, man,
Yeah.
fuck this. Like,
Yeah, for sure. There's gotta
everyone
be.
has days like that for sure, but both are just as badass as each other, and the SMX playoffs at the end of the year are sick.
That's sick too, because it's like you guys have like a good purse to look forward to like go
epic.
have fun for, what is it, 3 rounds?
It is like, it's sick, and it's like such a drag to get to that point of the year. And at that point of the year, you're like, dude,
I just need a
I'm
break. Like,
done. Like, I just want to chill. But when Friday and Saturday come around, it's like,
You're stoked.
yeah,
You're
this
ready
is
under
sick.
the lights.
Like if you
ready
could
to
just
go.
fast forward from last round of outdoors, fast forward through the week to the next race, fast forward to the next race, and just live through
race
the
after
races.
race.
Oh, it's sick.
Yeah, it's
so
the
epic.
downtime in between the week when you
the
have shit
traveling,
to think about.
traveling through the airport. I'm gonna go do some more training and
Yep,
stuff. I'm
back to the
tired
road
from the
bike.
weekend, back on the cycle bike, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, SMX is dope, and the atmosphere is cool.
It's cool. I feel like your guys' off week or off season keeps getting shorter and shorter.
It does. It
It's
does.
gnarly.
I mean, if that's the case, let's just bump up the pay even more. Working more through the year,
Yep.
bring up the pay. We'll keep going.
I love it.
We'll keep going. Make hay while the sun's shining. You know.
One thing I want to know, Hunter, is you and your brother came back. You guys put on the clinic. You guys look, unstoppable. It looks incredible. And it's funny to me because it's like you guys are out for that long, but you come back sharper and faster than ever. What is it about your recovery, or what is it about the way you train that allowed you guys to come back first outdoor race and you guys, take 1 and 3?
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't unbeatable. I got third. Jaxxon was so. But yeah, I think it's just because we submerge ourselves so deeply in the sport. And like, obviously people think we're quite jovial, funny characters that maybe don't take it serious. And, I'm doing stuff with cars, Jet's doing stuff with golf and fashion and whatnot. And we kind of doing a bunch of other stuff, but like, that's just what we show the people,
Yeah.
right? Like you imagine social media, everyone shows the absolute best version
Yeah.
of themselves. They ain't going to show you everything,
No.
right? But we submerge ourselves so much into this sport, and it truly is our whole life.
Well, it shows, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like the whole family's part
Like,
of it.
you
Like
can-
you guys are always successful.
yeah, you
like
can say what you want and stuff, but like you can't fake hard work,
No.
right? And that's just the reality of it. Like we live, sleep, eat, breathe, everything, and we've invested a lot into ourselves and our recovery machinery and stuff like that to help us. We got Dr. G, one of the best in the business. All the machines he has in his office that make everyone walk out of that office feeling like $1 million, we have at home as
Yeah.
well, because it's a no-brainer. You walk out and you're like, dude, I just had WD-40 on my
Yeah.
elbow. Like
I could
feel,
use that every week.
Yeah, like I could use it everywhere. So
Yeah.
we have that at home, and if we weren't able to recover faster and be healthier and fitter and stronger without this stuff, then we're just idiots who are spending a bunch of money on all this stuff that doesn't work. But
Yeah.
thankfully it does, which makes you feel better. So yeah, we just, dude, it's everything to us. Like it truly is everything to us.
it's an investment, dude.
Yeah,
Like people think it's just like you just show up in the weekend and
No.
race. It's like, no, it's a lot of hard work.
Like
and-
we moved from Australia to Europe, from Europe to America, and we've been here and we love it. We're living the American dream. We
Yeah.
freaking love the life we have here, and we couldn't have had this life without being here.
Yeah.
So like, dude, we freaking love it here.
That's cool.
And it's dope.
Love to see it.
Do you feel like you and your brother have a lot of pressure on you because everybody knows you guys to be so good, so powerful as a team? You guys have a pretty insane career so far. Do you guys feel like there's a lot of heat on you guys, a lot of pressure on you guys every event that you guys have to perform, or do you just go into it like it is what it is?
Nah, kind of just it is what it is. Like I think one of the best turning points of my career is kind of just not caring, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like obviously you care so much, and you see the guys that care so much to the point where it actually affects them.
They crumble.
Yeah. And in earlier stages of my career, like you can want it too bad, if that makes sense.
No, it totally does.
However, someone can really understand
see
that.
it in certain
You can
people.
want it too bad to where it affects you. And obviously there is a pressure on ourselves, but it's more of an importance, like how important it is to me personally, to Jet personally, to perform and do well. That's what I don't think it's a stress or a pressure. It's more of like a self-importance. Like I hold this so dearly close to me in my life, and it absorbs so much of me and my whole life and our family that that's what the pressure, I guess you would say, is just the will and the want to do good. But
Yeah.
at the same time, not caring.
Yes.
Like that, something Jet did so damn well. Like if he had a shit race, he's like, yeah, I suck. Like whatever.
We'll be
I'm
like,
going
next
golf next week, and he would just like shut it out. Where
Yeah.
I'd be like, dude, I'd be fuming for like a week to the point where it like starts to.
That's how the younger
Yeah.
brother always is, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
screw it.
He's just like, yeah, fuck, I don't care. Like whatever. I'm like,
I'm gonna go golf.
yeah,
now.
like sick dad, I'm gonna go play it. Like, I'm gonna hang out with my mates, and I'm
It's
just
funny
like,
you say that
fuming.
though, because like for people that don't know the Lawrence brothers, they're probably the most like classy kids you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
Humble, respectful, super nice, roll around with their dad. My dad's been here. I mean, we've had a packed house today.
Yeah.
And one thing about you guys are respectful to everybody in the room. Doesn't matter if it's the guy who's getting you the chains or if it's Twitch or if it's my dad. You guys treat everybody with the same level of respect. And it seems like you guys love what you do. Like your family's involved. You guys are involved. You guys give it back so much to the fans. You know, I feel like, do you ever feel that because people don't really get to maybe meet you guys or see too much of the behind the scenes of how you guys train and operate that people get the wrong perception sometimes?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, dude, every one of us sitting in the room, people say shit what they want on social media and stuff like that, but that's so easy to do without actually really knowing the guy. Like, you know, there's people I watch on sports and I go, that guy looks like a clown.
Yeah, and then you meet him and you're like, huh.
Dude's probably a great guy, you know, like, so it's just how we were raised, dude. Like, we're all human. Doesn't matter what you do. If you're the janitor, you're the boss, the CEO, or you're bear, you know, I'm still going to treat you.
You treat everyone the same.
Like, dude, you give me respect and I think you're cool, like epic, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
I've
life's too short.
I've always thought like you just treat people how you want to be treated.
Exactly. Dude.
Doesn't matter what they do. Like you
that.
said, if they're a CEO or a janitor, it's like, hey, what's going
Doesn't
on?
matter.
Like, yeah.
The CEO could be a dick. And
Yeah.
the janitor's the coolest dude ever.
Yeah.
Imagine you're being a dick to the janitor and trying to like be boys with the CEO and he's a clown, you know? So just, dude, doesn't matter. Titles are irrelevant in my opinion.
Twitch, what do you feel right now with Supercross, motocross, the climate of where motocross and like moto in general is going? You feel like it's going bigger and better than ever? You feel like the racing is higher than it's ever been? Like, what do you feel the status quo is of the industry?
I feel like moto's at like an all-time high right now. Like you just seen it on social and like just everything. Like everything I see come up on my feed is Supercross, motocross, like a little bit of freestyle, you know what I mean? But it's like all the guys are so good in both classes right now. It's like the talent level is really at an all-time high right now. I feel like there's some younger dudes, newer dudes, older dudes, and everyone is riding so good right now. And it's just being healthy the whole year. Like that's,
you know what
that's
was
the
on
game
my
now.
news feed a lot and social? Can you do it? Can you do it?
This is Jackson's #1 best-selling chain for a reason. Celebrities like Hunter Lawrence, Jet Lawrence, Twitch, P-Rod, Sheckler, Nigel Houston, even Blake Snell.
Ellie De La Cruz.
They wear Jackson. Is that what you wanted?
That's the one. That was on my feed. I've
It's
been
so
on
funny.
social
Every
for a
time he
while.
walks into my house, he's like, "Can you do it?" And I'm like,
I go,
you realize
is this the one?
Is this the one?
that
And you know
men's
what's so
best-selling
crazy is
chain?
like people think this is an ad. It's not an ad. Like it really is the truth. That's the craziest
is.
part. Like you come to Jackson, there's not a single person here who doesn't come here asking for chains.
Yeah.
And they're all the biggest and the best
You
celebrities.
know what you should start doing for the ads is like remember the ShamWow commercials? You should start doing those.
That's epic.
You get a Twitch to make me the new Gorilla grip tape guy.
that's an ad.
The Gorilla tape guy. You could stop this leak. And I just like, I mean, you could look better. Boom, in the face of the chain.
Yeah, exactly.
I should do that at Rampage.
Sorry,
Should.
I got it
Rampage, you look
sidetracked.
horrible.
But yeah, back to
Yeah.
sorry. I
like the
had to get
sidetracks.
that. That was a good one. I had
was
to.
good.
I had to
It was
get that in.
okay. I've seen better.
But the sport is in a healthy place right now.
Yeah.
It's in a very, very. I heard. I can't remember who it was from. Saying like, Super Motocross is almost pretty close to, if not surpassing, like NASCAR viewership.
So gnarly.
And stuff like that's insane.
It's rad.
That's insane.
As it should be. You know what I mean?
It's sick.
Well, the crazy part is the clips and the shorts and the video views and all that nonsense. Like if you look at social as a whole, it's a lot more interesting now because like for a guy like me, I'm falling in love with Supercross. Like you've seen it. Like my whole family comes over now to watch Supercross. Like all my friends, like everybody likes it now. Like everybody's like into it. And sometimes not taking the credit, but it takes like a guy that says like, hey, we're all gonna watch this. And then you're like repeatedly like, I make the whole Jackson house come over here and watch it. If they don't, I like throw their computers and no one can work anyway. So they're like, all right. And then everybody eventually likes it. But then they build characters. And that's the problem right now with Supercross in my eyes is like, you got guys like Levi and Juju and Deegan and Joe Shimoda. And then you guys got like Jed and Roxon and you got Chase and Hunter. And it's like, you have these characters, you have these cool rivalries and feuds, but then they don't really play into it. Like I love hearing Adam and Ricky Carmichael on the mic, and I love learning. And I get most of my knowledge from Twitch, and I FaceTime him every time someone falls. And it's like,
or when he thinks he can beat him. What the hell is this guy doing?
Yeah, he sucks. I'm
like, bro, this guy's trash.
Hey,
Bro.
I'm like, that dude out there getting dead last, getting lapped will smoke anybody at the local track. And he'll be lapping them. You know what I mean? Like,
it's crazy to me though, because like it is fun to watch if you know the people. But that's the only problem is they need to do a better job, like in between the races and the motos and in between the actual races, like the events.
We need the Netflix series.
Yeah,
dude.
we need the UFC embedded. We need to learn about these people. Where are they training? Who do they like?
People need to see personality and like
he
bond
should be
with
able to
someone
say
that
something.
they have something in common with and not get in trouble for saying things or not saying things. You know what I mean? Like just being yourself and people actually connecting with you guys.
So many different like personality guys, and every guy's story is so unique and so different. And I mean, all of the guys, like whether we like them or not, whoever they are in top 10s of each classes, dude, we'd probably all get along if we didn't race each other.
Exactly.
Like if we all just, you cross paths in the street, we're all pretty into similar things and all
pretty
cool
like-minded.
Dudes. Yeah,
like,
all pretty cool dudes. Like the racing is the only thing that really kind of creates tension and stuff like that. But I think, looking into people's, just making them more of a mainstream household name, right?
Yeah.
Like I think the more that's pushed, like you're saying, it's a social event. Supercross to me as a kid was, we're inviting our friends over, family friends over, and we're going to order pizza.
Yeah.
I was a kid. I'm like, I'm watching the kids on the race, but like stoked on pizza. We never get this. Like,
I show up to a Supercross with 20 people. I just sit over there in the nosebleeds. But like one thing that I think is important is that for me personally, it's like I'm watching Supercross, and then like for example, last week in motocross, I'm like, yo, Chase, you just started the lap. You just started the event. The moto just started and you throw your goggles. I'm like, I can't imagine someone being in front of you, kicking up rocks in your face. Like, how's that going to pay off?
Dude, that dirt's gnarly there too. It gets so rocky.
Much rocks
and I never even cared about
I was
racing.
wondering if a rock might have hit his lens and like, sometimes it blows them out
like
a little bit.
Shattered it. Or
Yeah.
It had to have cracked the
It
lens.
had to have been bad enough to where you're like, okay, I'm taking these off. 'cause
Wait,
I
that's a
can't see.
thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh my God.
Sometimes they're dodging rocks this big. Like, hit like some gnarly rocks come out of the ground
like
throughout
I've
the
had
day.
stitches, like this little scar here has been stitches, like rocks will cut you open.
Okay,
like
so it's impossible to finish the race without goggles.
You can, but it's like, dude, you're
race
hurting
card,
afterwards.
like Jet did. But even still, let's say you whole shot, you're leading every lap. When you come around to pass lappers, you can't. It's like a shotgun spray. Like honestly, like even if you're a little like off center to the guy, it's still like spraying it out and you still get hit.
And it hurts.
So it's
like getting buckshot from a shotgun, especially like when you're crossing lines and like when
Yeah.
the track's really dry or rocky. Like there's some rounds where the dirt gets so rocky, like so many rocks come out of the ground by like the second moto.
So you know that suspension forks and stuff that's hard material, like that gets chipped and dinted from the rocks and roots.
And think about that, just spraying your arms. Some dudes don't even wear chest plates. They're just look like a buckshot. They're just welted everywhere.
Wow.
Like it's gnarly.
Yeah, I was watching that and I was like, because Chase seems like he's pretty strong.
Yeah.
Seems like he knows how to ride.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, I don't know if that's going to pay off for him. And I was doing my whole live stream and I was reporting live for ESPN The Ocho. And I was like, let's see how that pays off. And I was like, I'm going to pass the mic over to Mugatu. And then I pan over to my dad and we're watching the race at Santo Studio. And then it's like, boom, Chase eats it. I'm like, oh my God, dude, that had to hurt because first of all, I can't imagine riding without goggles. Second of all, I can't imagine falling that fast into dirt that looks as hard as rock.
To a dead stop.
That's got to hurt.
Into the face of the,
Wait, can someone explain that to me? They said that he clicked down when he was in the air. So what does that do when you land in neutral?
I don't know what happened.
I watched.
To me, it
All I
looked like
can
he
see-
might have hit neutral maybe
like
or
a
something.
That's what I'm
false
saying, like,
neutral.
Yeah,
like
and
a
then like
false
his body
neutral.
weight just fell over the front and then
Yeah.
he couldn't get back up.
But what's the difference between a false neutral and just clicking down into neutral?
Like say in between like third and fourth gear, like you can downshift and sometimes if you don't downshift hard enough, it'll hit like a false neutral until it clicks into that gear. I've done it. That's how I broke both my legs at X Games.
So why do you think he went over the top? Because when you land with no power,
He was gassing it and ready to. He was expecting the bike to go forward, but there was nothing there, so he fell forward on it.
So imagine like all your body weight, you're trying to get your body weight ahead of the motorcycle because the motorcycle's just trying to take off.
Yeah.
So when you like all your weight forward and you're kind of relaxing, like on a down ramp, you just kind of relax. It's not
You're still
limp,
leaning into it.
but you're still leaning into it, but a little, and then all of a sudden the bike just essentially feels like it's stopping because you're used to in gear how much it's going to accelerate down the down ramp, and it didn't do it. So then you're like your weight's so far forward. Like honestly, it's kind of a shitty crash because it's such a like just a little thing like
his foot
it sucks,
tagged it like that instead of like that.
like
you
that's
know what
how,
I mean? Like
how minuscule the
Yeah.
error for the margin for error is.
yeah, because I rewatched the replay. I'm like, dude, this for sure had nothing to do with the goggles.
no, it was just a mistake.
Dude,
Dude, shit happens.
I can't
Like,
imagine.
honestly.
I can't imagine how hot it is in that gear on outdoors.
Wait till
pretty good there.
wait till midsummer when they're East Coast with humidity. Like it gets bad.
This
dude.
weekend, I think, is 103.
for
Where is it?
Hangtown.
Yeah, Hangtown.
Yeah,
Up
so
in
Northern
Sacramento.
California. Yeah, that race gets hot. That track gets super dry.
And there's not an ounce of shade up there.
No, none.
It's just, dude, it's in the middle of nowhere.
Your brother had a gnarly crash here. Was it last year?
Yeah, last year.
Second
Had a
moto, right?
First one.
First moto. Oh
First
yeah,
one. He had a big one.
dude.
yeah.
He, that thing looked bad.
I was right behind him and like, dude, a lap. It was so tough for me the next lap to when I got back to that point and seen he was up and gone. I was like, okay, then I could kind of take my mind off it, but it was so tough.
Because
to,
you've
like,
seen it.
Dude, I was sitting right behind him and I've like very rarely do you see Jet like crash that bad.
Yeah.
In the later years. And yeah, to see that, I'm just like,
The whole lap, like, I hope he's okay.
I'm just
I hope
like,
he's okay.
fuck, I hope he's okay.
Yeah.
Because, dude, it was such a gnarly crash. And the bike cleaned him out as well. And like, yeah, it's like what Nicky was doing to you on the gym mats before. Like,
We had Nicky Rod in here, one of the greatest grapplers in the world. Yo, speaking of crashing, how come it seems like every whole shot you try to take out your brother?
no, it's the other way around. You got to have a conversation with him. He hits me.
Yes. I think Tom
SMX.
posted photos from, or he posted a video from 24 and 25, the Paula start. Did you see that video Tom posted?
I didn't
Oh, it was
see it.
good. And
it
it was
like
you
pretty
getting a
much
whole
the
shot
same?
and your brother slamming into you.
Yeah, well, this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he slammed into me last year, but we hit at Vegas, the second moto, like winner takes all. And we both come around like highest stakes ever. You need to perfect your start and execute it. And we both come around the corner, like a split start. And we both come into the middle center divide. And we literally like,
You know they're
Hit
both
each
like,
other.
I ain't lifting.
yeah. I'm like, you look shit. Like, and then this time, the weekend just gone. I did like slide a little more out, like the rear wheel slid out a little more, but he still hit and we kind of like locked bars a little bit. And I'm like, there's no way. Like, what are the odds, right? And I look over and yeah,
It's him.
And I'm just like, oh, of course it was. But I'm like, at least we didn't crash. That would have been funny.
What'd you think of that track this weekend?
Dude, it's just like a battlefield.
Yeah.
Just craters pop up. It's literally like a World War II battlefield. Like
Yeah.
there's just holes that come out of nowhere, rocks. Like one lap, there's a boulder this size embedded in the dirt, and then the next lap it's gone. You're like, oh, okay, some poor bastard like
someone
hit it,
could-
and, like someone just got hit with a landmine, a claymore.
Yeah.
and then next lap it's there again.
You're like, huh.
And you're like, dude, it's gnarly. And it's
That's
like
crazy.
so hard to get like a good flow. But like me and Jet don't like that track. Like it's not.
a lot of people don't like that track.
No,
Some
like,
people
we
do.
don't like it. And we do really well there. Like people like, dude, you must
must love this
especially
place.
Jet, like undefeated there. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you must love this place. And he's just like, dude, I can't wait to leave.
Yeah, he's like, I'm trying to get to the truck as
He's
quick
like,
as possible.
look, I got a tea time tomorrow at like 9. So I'm like trying to get to bed early.
I love it.
Yeah, we're going to have him on the podcast. He had a tea time.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
Let him relax after
Yeah.
a good race.
Dude, you got to.
Yeah.
Go kick back for a little bit and have another big race this weekend.
Yeah.
See, where Hunter'd rather be building badass cars. Where
Yeah.
Jet's like, I want to go golf. You're like, I'm going to
Yeah.
build something way cooler.
Yeah, that's my like kind of peace, tranquility, like my meditation.
I love it.
So
So
I'm
you
a
got some dope cars. Like that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm a wrench man, so I know a lot about building cars. And me and him this weekend, we were just driving around town and we saw a Porsche. And Hunter's like, damn, that's a sick Porsche. And I'm like, yeah, it is. And then we peel out and I'm like, dude, I think I know that guy. And I didn't want to say it at dinner because I was with my parents and I was like, that guy owes me money. And I was like,
Let's go get that car.
I'm
Yeah,
like-
go pick that car
like,
up.
I'm gonna find that guy after this. And I kid you not, by the luck of God, we're pulling out of the driveway of this restaurant. We're driving down the back alley of some parking lot, and the car's just sitting there. And I'm like, there's no way. And I called the, this is a true story. And I call the guy and I go, hey, are you working? And he's like, no, I'm at home. And I'm like, are you sure? Do you have a blue Porsche? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, I'm looking at your blue Porsche. He's like, no, I'm at home. And I'm like, bro, I'm standing in front of your car. I'm in the parking lot. You drove this car here. He's like, yeah, I'm here. I'm in the back. I'm like, okay, come outside. He's like, okay. Comes outside. I'm like, bro, what? This guy seriously comes outside. He's like, what's going on? I'm like, you said you weren't working, bro. And then he was super nice and he let us look at his car. But Hunter's actually working on an amazing project right now. I'm not going to say with who or
I've
what's
seen
going
it.
on.
Yeah,
The
I
things-
showed Twitch before.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
we got something.
That's gonna be
it's gonna be
dope.
cool.
We got some. You know
Yeah,
me, I
I
like
can't wait to go for a ride in that.
It's gonna be.
Twitch knows more than
Badass.
anybody about building.
I need
things.
you or your dad to like let. There's a lot of police on PCH.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
like,
That's more my dad. I'll stay out of that
you're
one.
all cool with them. You're all cool with them. Like
Code
you
4.
just code
Code
4.
4.
Just
And
throw one of these up out the window. They know you're with them.
I experienced. It
I might
like,
need that on the way home.
I was
yeah.
getting pulled over this weekend.
So we need to.
He was in the car. I'm like, don't even worry. Just go like this.
Just watch this.
I'm like, dude, if I do that in Florida, like, I'm not going to end up in jail or something.
thinking you're
sure?
throwing
And he's
gang
like,
signs.
No, yeah. Good, I'll be arrested. I'll be
He's
like,
like,
hey,
they're
man,
like,
can you
come get me, dude.
Yeah.
I got a hat that says Newport Beach Police. I'm like, no, we're fine.
like it.
I appreciate you. I mean, honestly, whatever projects you're ever involved in, we always want to support. So we're excited.
Yeah.
I know nothing about building cars, but I told him whatever help he needed with that, I'm all in. I
like it.
You know how I am.
Yep.
And I'm building a sick bike right now. Twitch is actually building it for me. It's another 450,
Epic.
so I can wheelie down the street. Just
So
have
we
a
can
lineup.
park it in Santos Studio so everyone can admire
And
it.
so we can rev it up and then take off in first gear and then bring it back.
Yeah,
Why does
that's all
everybody
we
keep
need.
saying that?
Well, he needs the best of the
I might
best
just
for that.
take all the gears out of the tranny so we can't
Dude,
even.
you can
so
have
he
an
only has
extra
one
light
gear.
bike.
I don't like shifting when I drive. It's so much things I gotta do with my feet.
He wants a
Yeah.
recluse put in it.
Yeah.
No, I
Be
just
good
want
for
like,
you. They make those for guys like you.
for guys like me.
No,
Yo,
I'm-
what is going on, dude? For guys like me, I ripped the Indian
No,
around
you
town. It's
can't
not
stop-
enough for you guys.
You
I'm
can't
sorry, I'm not an
It will
action
never be
sports
enough
icon.
for any of your friends.
I'm sorry, I can't flip over buildings and I can't race at
No,
180 miles an hour. I'm sorry, I'm normal.
No.
181.
But like, you'd rather this than like fake buddies to be like, yeah, dude, you're the best, and then you go around like someone else that's not your buddy and you try to do it and they
Yeah,
just
you
clown
can't.
you.
You can't hang
At
around
least-
yes men.
No,
So do you
we don't
think
hang with
that
yes
my
men.
Mustang being automatic is good?
Yeah, it's fine, but
Yeah, it's cool. Like, it'd be way cooler if it was a 3-pedal stick. Mm-hmm. But I mean, your dad's is, thankfully.
Yeah, thank you. He knows how to drive stick
Yeah,
and
yeah.
use the bike. Actually, he's more crazier than me. Let him drive that thing around town. All right, so thank you for coming on. I know we got a big year. We also have a very special JX1 drop-in. We have the Hunter Lawrence JX1 drop-in with a rubber strap, incredible color, sick face and dial.
Yeah, got the black one on now, the black chrono.
Yeah, he's
what
got the brand
color?
new
What
JX1.
color did you go with for your signature one?
Do we tell him?
Yeah.
Yeah, like green, but like a dark,
Like a
kinda
sick
dope.
olive green.
camo green.
Crazy
olive
color.
green.
that'll
More
be
of an
sick.
olive green, actually.
Twitch actually has an
Looks
amazing
sick.
one coming out too. So Twitch is dropping first. Then we
Yep.
have one from P-Rod.
Yep.
Then we have one from Sheckler.
Yeah.
Then we
Yep.
have one with Ellie Dela Cruz. Then yours.
Fire.
Then Cole Houshmand. And we have 3 other ones. One of them I can't say yet. But they're all pretty sick. And they're all dropping this
Unreal.
year.
That's dope.
It's a sick lineup.
Unreal.
So most people, they get like their own signature shoe or signature jersey, and we're gonna do a signature watch for our team. We have the sickest
Yeah.
team. So
like
very
it.
fortunate, very blessed to
Epic.
have you on. Excited to see you this weekend. Looks like Outdoors is already treating the Lawrence brothers well. and
Hopefully
you guys are putting
They're
on a
treating
clinic.
the
Trending.
outdoors well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully it keeps trending that way.
Yeah. No, I love
go.
it. Good energy, and that's all we need.
Thank you.
If you guys want to catch more episodes of the Jaxxon Sports Show, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let us know who you guys want to see next. And we have a brand new show, the Jaxxon Behind the Brand. You'll see all the chaos from today. It'll be on that every Friday at 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Western, 2 p.m. in the Sahara. We also have a brand new what?
I tuned out and tuned back in halfway through. Like,
2 p.m. in the Sahara.
yeah.
And then we have a brand new show coming. And then make sure you guys check out the brand new Jaxxon Sports Instagram. It's all the behind the scenes clips. Thanks for watching. I'm Degidio, Twitch, and Hunter Lawrence. We out.